Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3, where we're working on some stuff and some things, and it feels good. The auto mall is pretty much done. We figured out some issues to problems in the last episode, and I think I'm just gonna leave it alone now. It seems to be working, which is really crazy to me. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand how my own thing is working. I am going to go to 100 steam engines. I think it'll be useful. And then, what else do we need? We need these guys. So we need lead. And Duralumin's already in. But yeah, let's bring in lead. Oh, we already did. Sweet. Okay. Then I need one of these. One of these guys for lead plate on 1,000. Put that on channel 1, and that should be good to go. And then we'll add in see. Which ones do we want? I don't know. I feel like we want this one. This one. This one. Definitely want this one for the actual construction bots. And then some of these. And then do those require, they require the 27 kiloliters? And that requires the 27 kiloliters. Okay. So I probably need like 15 of those. All right, so that'll get done. Now, the next question I have is kind of about how do we hand off things between logistics networks? Like if we want our construction bots to be capable of building these things, then I'm gonna need some sort of transfer system where, you know, I'm willing to request things from these storage chests, and then, I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it yet. Because these right now are only accessible to myself. I wonder if I should... Huh. What if I fed them into storage chests that were on channel 0 with inserters? But then I also measured their contents and put that into the same system, so it didn't mean that we had less of them. Is that crazy? Like, is there any purpose to storing them in network 1? Like, why shouldn't I store them in network 0? Because then my construction bots can get at them. So that just seems reasonable, right? Like, I don't see a downside to that. If you guys do, you'll have to tell me what it is, because I'm not seeing the downside. Yeah, I mean, I guess the downside is, like, how do we fit everything together? Because we can't merge these things. Can we? No. Because I was thinking we could just have a row of storage chests, and then a row of inserters, and then a row of storage chests. But then the problem is when this one gets full and then this one gets an item in it, that's bad because it won't be able to fit. So maybe instead we unload all of the contents onto a belt, which then goes onto a bunch of different storage chests. And then something like this, and then this. So those are all channel 0. Here's another problem. These have no filters. So that means they need to be passive provider chests. Right, it doesn't matter for buildings anyway. Okay, sorry. I was like, oh, but we want to prioritize bots picking stuff up from here first. It doesn't matter. Construction bots are agnostic to the color, which is really annoying. You wish they would pick up at a higher priority in certain places, but they don't. So this way stuff won't get delivered here, is why I'm doing it. And then we want to measure all of this. We want to read hand contents and read hold all belts. Okay, so that is all added. Whatever's on these inserters is added to the network there. So now when we turn all this on, we're not going to have a huge problem. Oh, sorry. We also need to read the contents of these. Okay, so now we're reading the contents of everything. And that means this shouldn't be changing as the inserting is happening. Sweet. How many steam engines does an HPF take? I have no idea. High pressure furnace. Only one. Okay. Not that crazy. Are we out of stone brick? Is that the problem? No. No, we're out of the pie tanks. And these are busy building those. So those are going to be stuck for a bit. Until we finish the steam engines. I think? Is that how that's going to work? I think that's how that's going to work. Okay, and then this is kind of unfortunate. I think the easiest way to fix this is to go 0 on that, change these to 0, and then I can decon these, and then I can slide these down. And it's going to create some false requests for a second because these are belonging to the wrong logistics network. I guess I could change this back to 1 while it does that. Now that I moved it, I just need to change it to 1 so it could move. So now we should be okay. Alright. So can I leave this thing alone now? I think I can. I need to get stone brick on trains. So that's next. What are the ways to make stone brick? Is it just smelting stone? Is that really it? I think so. There's also a gravel and say no, that doesn't exist. That's a turd recipe or not a recipe at all. Yeah, I guess you can use pitch to make more, or you can do a weird rich clay and sand system, but it doesn't seem worth it. Ash, water, sand, a lot of steps. Let's just smelt it. All we need to do is request some fuel and call it a day. And I can even use wood as fuel if I want, or fiber as fuel if I want. Well, let's head back here. Stone mining is happening all the way over here, so I probably want to do stone brick smelting over here as well. Maybe? Probably? Weak side, provider extension. Let's just do that. And then... yeah, I mean, I think we'll just smelt it down here. That does mean I'm going to need a request. Wood, doesn't it? Or some sort of smelting ingredient. Some sort of smeltable. Okay. So that'll get built. What was I gonna do? Not really sure, but I think I want to pick those up so those aren't wasted. And then grab some inserters. We will need to automate stuff like inserters and loaders. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the bot mall for inserters or not. It's kind of a toss-up. It feels a little bit like I should and a little bit like I shouldn't. And I definitely haven't decided yet which way we're going. I think I have enough small parts. Okay. I actually think I have enough stuff. Except for steel. Never enough steel. Alright, we got enough steel now, and we want to get stone brick smelted. So I really do think, at least for now, this feels really weird, but I think the way to do it is just to plop a bunch of stone furnaces down. That just feels so odd. And we have stone furnaces automated somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't be super hard. We've got belts, we've got inserters, we've got stone furnaces. That's all we need. Easy peasy on that one. We'll go ahead and train our way down there. Now, what I want to check is, are arcads running? Nope, of course they're not. We're out of nests, we're out of honeycomb. Completely, no, we have too much honey. Not enough maggots. Aha. I see the problem. I see the problem. Okay, it's not an easy one to fix. At this point, the easiest way to fix it is to measure the contents of this. And then we say honeycomb less than 4. And that'll get us 30 of the honeycombs back for circulation. We're gonna delete a little bit of honey. So that will get the empty combs back. To run this, which then will run the maggots. And shouldn't we have a bunch of eggs somewhere? Oh, this is only finished 6 products. Okay, never mind. Wow, only 6 times this is run? That's kind of scary. It must have stopped running pretty quickly after we left it alone. Jeez. Okay, and then those 3... Wait. Did I screw this up? Oh. These just don't have a way to get honeycomb. I feel like I'm talking about the cereal. I don't know if you guys ever had the honeycomb cereal, but... I never really did either, but I remember commercials about it. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, so... I just don't think this is ever gonna run. I don't know what was going on. But it should work now. Okay. Yeah, weird. That one's fully buffered, and the rest should be able to go too. Huh. Still feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Why am I outputting this one that way? Yeah, something was wrong, and I changed it, and I didn't fix it. Who knows what happened, to be perfectly blunt. I think these were both honeycomb, is that what I was doing? Yeah, something like that. Okay, but now maggots are running. Maggots running should get nests running. Nests running should get arcads running, and arcads running should get arcad eggs running. And the Red Hot Coke seems to be functioning. Okay. Well, who knows for sure with all of that, but it seems to be okay-ish. I've got some delicious coffee today. Things are looking bright for Krydax. Alright, and then this is going to import probably just wood, right? I mean, we're making gobs of it. Is it crazy to use it for smelting? Maybe. It might be. Let's do some math real quick. So, stone brick. Oop, that's not right. Stone brick. We could also do gas furnaces. They craft 4 times as fast, but they use a lot of fluid fuel. 200 kilowatts is just such a tiny amount. If we were to use fiber, 0.1 fiber a second for 1 stone a second. If we were to use wood, 0.3 wood a second per stone per second. How much wood am I making again? I think I deleted my wood block. Because I was like, it's not in the right spot. But I could have copy pasted it. I don't know why I didn't do that. No locked recipes, because we are using a turd locked recipe. And then the current iteration of wood is using this one? No. This one. I think. And what are we doing? I have 6 making up to 3.2 logs a second. Okay. Did I go for 30? That might be right. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I have a lot of wood per second. Is it worth using some on this? I also have shale oil I could process into fuel right here. Or I could just use the keratin to fuel the furnaces as well. But then we get ash, and then we have to dispose of the ash, which is a whole thing. So, not sure what I want to do. But given the amount of fuel right here, it feels kind of wrong to not, use it. So I'm gonna use it. Yeah. It just feels really weird not to. Okay, so smelting stone should be pretty easy. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna need more than 12. And I'm just gonna go super basic, like this. And then each one is going to potentially output some ash as well. So then we'll need an ash filter on the end. With ash coming around. And then we can do an ash burner. Maybe we'll put it on the end. An ash burner, which will get keratin. Which will be on this belt. As fuel. Okay, something like that. And then we copy this. Get everything built. And baby, we got a stone brick stew going. I think. Should be. And then the stone brick goes this way. Gets provided. I don't really need it to slow down. It can fill that whole thing if it wants. I'm fine with that. Yeah, there we go. And that right there is 3.75 stone brick per segundo, which is 13,000 an hour. Should be plenty. And then the ash is getting disposed of. Alright. Yeah, that's easy. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Stone brick on train is done. And now we shall make Tufra. Oh, right. This needs to be unlimited. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Check on the bot mall. How you doing over here, folks? You're almost done. Wow. There shouldn't be this many buildings. Doing these things. Oh, we really need more sticks, huh? Okay, that needs to be a fast inserter. Big time. I mean, again, it's like, once things are buffered, it's not going to matter as much, but getting them buffered. But, okay, so why are there so many of each of these? It's supposed to subtract it off before it passes it on. Did I get that part wrong? Wait. We never delayed... Right, Axe. What the heck? Oh, right. No. We need the arrow signal before it passes it on. And we don't... How do we get the arrow signal? It's only once... Something... I just shouldn't have this many buildings making that many things when I only need one of them. One more of them. So something has gone amiss. It's good that these are idle. So like something's gone sort of correct. But yeah, see that's... At -3. See, it's gonna make 4 more than we need? That doesn't seem right. And looking at other buildings, we seem to have more than we need as well. Shoot. I was hopeful this would work. Why is this not working? Oh. No, that's the green one. That's adding the -1 to the same symbol. And then as soon as the red becomes 1, it should output it. Yeah, something's wrong over there. What is going on? The bot mall's mostly working though. I'm really happy with this. But I'd love to fix this issue where it makes a bunch of extras. Because that is going to be annoying. You know, if we want only 2 of something, I don't want it to make 6 of them. That's a bit unacceptable. Given how much work we've put into this, that is unacceptable. Definitely not what we want. Alright, and then you need to be like, hey, 2000 iron 6. But that makes it a little faster. I mean, twice as fast. In fact. Okay, channel 1. Now, what is going on here? So if I were to add, like, 1 storage tank... Nothing happens? Okay, that doesn't make sense. What is going on here? Oh man, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, it's back propagating. Because it's not in the network yet. Oh, we need to subtract it from this signal. I never did that part. So on each tick, this is saying, here's what we have, here's what we want, right? And then it's sending it along the way. Now, thankfully, if it says we only want one of a new thing, only one of these is going to grab that, and then it'll pass along the signal. But then the problem is, let's say this one ended up wanting to make it. Well, if this one finishes what it's doing, now this one still thinks we want that thing. So what we need to be doing is subtracting from... Shoot. So now we need all of these signals. Am I gonna... Does this have a green output? It does. It already has a green and a red. Shoot. Because that would be the perfect one to connect to everything. And I can't connect up a bunch of different things. And I can't connect these up because I have a red and a green. I mean, I could add one more combinator to the setup. Oh no. I was hoping there'd be a way to do it without adding another combinator. Maybe there is, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe the output of this one on red? That could be it. This one doesn't have a red output. This one does, but this one does not. So this one is going to be outputting what the machine is currently trying to make. And then we can subtract that, or we can just actually add it into the positive amount. We don't need to negate it, because it's already negated. So we actually just need to bring that back to the entrance here and just add it in. Yeah, I actually think that's it. Okay, so the red... Oh man, now we have another thing that's connected across. And I don't like that it's going to overlap with this other red wire, but what can you do? Okay, so that's this one. And then that all gets added in. Because that represents what I'm currently making. So now, if I add one of something, let's say iron chest, only one building's making it. Okay, well, no, now we need to test something else while that's going, like a transport belt. And then once the iron chest finishes, does it become a transport belt? Shoot, it took too long. Wait, why are we still making iron chests? I only asked for one of them. Why is this still wanting to make more iron chests? Why did it make that many? Made 4. Why did it make 4? Oh no. Oh no. Why did you make 4 iron chests? Tell me all your secrets. Why did you make 4 iron chests? Why? So... it's good that only one building was making them. But as soon as they're provided into this network, shouldn't it show up as logistics network contents? I think it has to do with that. I think it has to do with the logistic network contents, like, and the stack size. It thinks it's picking up 3, but then it only picks up 1. I think it has to do with that. Because as soon as the bot picks it up and delivers it to here, does this one not see it as having it yet? But then as soon as this one had it, then it should have definitely stopped making it. Let's try it again and see if we can observe anything interesting. So it's already subtracting it. So we are not sending the signal anymore. Let's see if it shows up for 1 tick. It did. Something showed up for 1 tick. Oh, I'm not measuring... oh my god. This inserter. So for 1 tick... no, that still doesn't make sense. Huh. This is definitely related to the bot stack size, I'm pretty sure. The logistics bots. Because we keep ending up with 4, which is really sus. So for a brief moment, it's negating something. How are we getting a positive? The only way is we get a positive signal. Is this sending a positive signal? No, that only outputs negative signals, ever. So, and the only signals that get passed through that would ever become a request is things that are positive. Only positives can get requested. So how is iron chest becoming a positive number for a moment? How is it becoming a positive number for a moment? So let's break this down in the editor and do the tick by tick. See if we can see what's happening. Okay. This needs 2 more iron, and then that'll be ready to go. Okay, so now this is running. Oh, cool. Never seen something produce tick by tick before. Okay, so what's happening currently? Currently, it knows we're making an iron chest, and it knows we need an iron chest, and that's happening. On the next tick, it's now finished, and it's about to send, or it already has sent. Yeah, it has sent the flag signal. So then on the next tick, now the inserter is holding the chest. So the system has no way to know that we have an iron chest. So I need to measure what the inserter is holding, potentially. But then on the next tick, Okay, it's a couple ticks delayed. There we go. So now we no longer think we're making it. And then we output 1, and that actually ends up getting sent back to the same building. And now we know we're making it, and then we stop sending it. Wait, where's it getting made? Oh, right here. Okay, there we go. So that all sounds fair. Now at this moment, it's in the provider network, and we're picking up 3 of them. So shouldn't the logistics network read as having 1 of them? See, this is where I'm curious about how this works. So the output signals, it's not seeing the chest yet. Okay. So the chest shows up when? See, request and provide kind of preemptively change things, but I guess active, provide, and storage doesn't. So it's not updated until... Why is that not getting picked up? What is happening? Where's the bot coming from that's picking this thing up? Oh my god, that's on channel 0. Oh no! Has that been the problem the whole time? No, weirdly enough, even on channel 0 it still doesn't see, or channel 1 I mean, it still isn't seeing them as part of the network. Okay, well that definitely explains some sort of weird behavior. Wait, how is it ending up over here then? That's also channel 0. Oh my Krydax. Oh my Krydax stars. What are we doing here? Okay, we're gonna need to reset this system now that I've not gone completely mad. Okay, so let's try again with that being fixed. Okay, so right now... Yeah, we are gonna make 1 extra, because the inserter's holding it. But then what happens at this point? Does this see as having 1 or not having 1? When there's something in an active provider chest... Is that giving me the wrong... Is this changing back? Is this an editor mode problem? What is going on? You guys saw that I changed that, didn't you? And this... What's happening? Okay. I feel like something weird was going... Is this an editor mode thing? Like, if I'm clicking on it, is that breaking it? I don't think so. Okay, let's stop here. So... This... Currently I have 1 in the system. Should show up in this list. It's not. Why is it not showing up in this list? There's problem number 1. There is a chest here. We are reading contents. Why is that signal not in the input signal list? Right? This one has one as well. What is going on? Have I gone mad? That has one, that has one. But this sees 0. How does this see 0? Because there are 3 to be delivered. Is that it? Wouldn't that make for 1 plus 1 plus maybe... Can I read the contents of Force 1? I sadly can't. I'm wondering if it sees this as 1. Logistics system storage, though, there's 0. This is really confusing. That's my home base logistics, right? Or is that channel 1 logistics? No, that's channel 1 logistics. I'm so confused. Okay, those are supposed to be 1 as well. Didn't I change those? Guys, I'm starting to freak out with this logistics network thing. Is there a bug that I'm missing? Okay, but anyway, I'm really freaked out about this iron chest situation. Is something requesting iron chests? Because otherwise, why would it show as negative or as 0? Because I have one right here. And we're supposed to be reading the contents. Oh, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be channel 0 down here. Oh, right. Sorry, I screwed this up. Maybe that's why there's a confusion. It shouldn't really matter. Well, it might matter, actually. Those are supposed to be channel 0. But we're reading the contents of them. And those contents are getting added into the negator. Okay, so hold on. So we're taking we're adding together a lot of things here. So we're adding together all the inserters and the belts and whatever's in these chests. And all of that gets added together with what's in the network. The available items from the logistic network of this roboport, which changed back to channel 0 somehow. What the F? I think there's a bug. I didn't change that to 0. Did I? Did you guys see me do that? Like, did I do that just now? When did that change? I'm starting to get scared that logistic network channels is broken somehow. But it might just be because of what we're doing in the editor. I feel like something's going weird. Or I'm just really, really going crazy. Because, like, now it seems to be fine. Anyway, so what we're doing is we're measuring this. They're all getting added together. And we're ignoring negatives. So anything that we actually have a positive amount of then gets negated. And we output that to add into our requests. So this is what we don't need gets added into what we do need, and then that gets output. So all of that seems correct. Now, if I take out the chests On the next tick, or 2 ticks later. God, why did that change to 12 transport belts? Uh-oh. I only have 6 belts. Why is that getting doubled? We got a problem. Why is this signal getting doubled for a tick? Oh my god. What is happening? These got changed back to channel 1. Is it because I took items out of them? In editor mode? I wonder if that's it. That could be it. There's something about editor mode that's breaking the channels. Okay. I don't know what exactly. So I need to be really careful. That explains it. Okay, so editor mode is breaking some crap. But I should be able to at least advance the ticks one by one to see what's happening. Because we do know at least if I click on it, does that alone change it? No. It seems to be safe to at least check on it. No, it's literally not safe to even check on it. Oh my gosh, what is up with that? What's up with that? Huh. It's so weird. Undo. Undo! Undo! No! What did I do? It's okay. Nothing important has happened in the last 2 minutes. Other than me freak out about whatever's going on here. So. Okay, so that's all channel 1. This is supposed to be channel 0. I literally can't even click on anything without it freaking out on me, so I need to be cognizant of that. Okay, well, it's good to know editor mode has really weird interactions with logistic network channels. I don't use editor mode that often. I'm only using it for this circuit nonsense, so it's not really a problem, but I should probably report that as a bug. Anyway. Okay, so we really want to know... I just broke it again, I think. I need to look on the right side here to see what these are holding. Okay, no, everything's the right channel for now. Okay, so pause things. That has 3, 4, 5. Okay, it needs 3 more. Okay, so now it's making the chest. I guess there's a problem right now. Why is this... not seeing... it's canceling out right now. The green one there is canceling out with the -1 green. So there's 0 input chests. So that's actually correct for the moment. Okay, so then the building is working. Okay, building's finished, and now the inserter is holding the chest. So for a brief moment, nothing is known about what we have. So that stops. This is not sending any signals. So it won't start crafting anything. Now, we've got logistics system storage -2. Why do we have -2? It's because we're picking up 3 and I only have 1. That's how the logistics bot weirdnesses work. But it shouldn't be sending... Oh, well that right there explains the whole thing. I was right. It is about the bot stack size. Because for a moment, it thinks we have -2 in the logistics system, and that is being added with these chests. Oh. So the -2 needs to be ignored, and the chests need to be added in on a different step. The one that ignores the negatives should not be combined. I see it. I see it now. I see it. I see the matrix. This needs to be attached there. And I think that fixes... Oh god, what did I do? I did something, but it should figure itself out after a moment. I'm pretty sure this will fix it. Because what was happening is we were adding the negative with what was in the chest just for a brief moment, and then that was causing it to think we didn't have any. When in reality we did. What we didn't have was enough to fill the bot's inventory, which I don't care about. So now, if we take the iron chest, for a final time, let's see if this actually works. And we still might make 2 because of the inserter, you know, holding it for a moment. Yeah. So it looks like we're gonna make a second one, but please, God, tell me we don't make a third one after this. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, we fixed it. Hey, we fixed a thing. Go team. So now it's gonna make 1 more of everything than we need. I can totally settle for that. I can totally settle for that. All right, let's plan out Tufra. Let's plan out Tufra. Nope, sorry, not a new production line. A new block within this guy. Tufra. It's so fun to say. Tufra, Tufra, Tufra. Tufra. Bada bing. Bada boom. 1,001 Tufra plantations. Let's not do that. Holy slow. Potatoes are slow to grow. Sheesh. And the recycling ratio is what? Almost half of what we make immediately just goes back to being seeds. So not a great productivity ratio yet. The net productivity is very bad. Oh, and we need petri dishes? Hold on, this just consumes glass? Okay, I now hate Tufra. Tufra is not my friend. And how do we make coarse fractions? Oh god. I really, really hate coarse fractions. So there's only 3 ways to make it. And the sand extractor one, don't we not get that till pi 2? No, it's even worse. We don't get that till chemical science. I think you got this earlier in the past. I think you got this in like logistics science. Because I remember using this in one of my playthroughs, and I've only ever made it to chemical science like once, and that was before. I mean, maybe back then I got to it, I don't know. But anyway, gravel might be the easiest way to make coarse fractions. Soil is a 7-to-1 ratio. In a 3-second process. I mean, we can look at both options, I guess. But That's just a crap ton of soil. So that's probably not the answer. And we need a crap ton of soil, so I mean, look at that. That's a lot of soil extractors. Now we do get a bunch of sand for fun, which is kind of nice, and some biomass. But still not great. This version would require 16 gravel. Well, when I look at it this way, I realize maybe this is not the way to do it either. Because that's just so much stone to import. And stone is not exactly cheap yet because we have to deal with the keratin. Until we have an easy way to deal with keratin, stone is also kind of annoying to mine a bunch of. So I actually think, weirdly enough, this is the better way to go. Good gravy. That's a lot of water, too. Where's the pump jack water? There. I mean, we're gonna need 5 pump jacks alone just for that. That's crazy. So then we also need a lot of manure. That's not a small amount. That is... Huh. I should probably start using alg food soon. Because that doubles the speed at which we make manure. Anyway, and manure is spoilable, so there's that whole thing. Agar is spoilable. Petri dishes are not. Goodness. This is gonna be interesting. All to make 1 tufra. And regarding the wax, the wax barrel comes from 5 sugar. So basically 1 sugar is 10 wax. And so 1 sugar is 10 sweet syrup and 1/3 of a bone. Which is 20 A-type molasses and 1 lime. So it's actually 2 tufra per sugar. Am I reading that right? 10 makes 100. Let's just go down this way. 10 makes 100. 100 makes 50. 50 makes 5. So 10 tufra, yeah, makes, okay. All right, well, we'll do this. We need to get more stuff on trains and everything anyway, so we'll figure this out. This will be what we're working towards in the next one. For now though, why don't we look at, so we're also gonna need agar. We'll import the seaweed. So that's high pressure furnaces. I would love botanical nurseries in the auto mall here. Botanical nursery. We should have like 20 of, maybe 15. Now the question is, yeah, do we have all the ingredients for that? Definitely not. We have the fluid mining drill. We have the soil extractor. No, I don't have soil extractors in here? Oh. Definitely need like 30 of those. Just chilling. And then... why did those... why were those not making botanical nurseries? Now that's an interesting question. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, because it only thinks we need... Oh, this is interesting. No, I'm starting to see the problem. Because since we're making... What is this? 8 of them. It thinks we need 8 less. So now it thinks we only need 7. And now it's sending out a signal that we only need 7. So then the buildings later on aren't going to be building them. Honestly, that's probably okay, because what this kind of means is the most we'll ever make at once of something is half as many as we need. And that might actually be a benefit, but it is kind of a weird thing because, you know, now this is basically seeing, hey, we only need 7 of these. And then this one sees that, hey, we need 7 of them. Okay, I'm making 1, so I'll pass on that we need 6 of them. But it's like the one that you're making has already been subtracted, so it's kind of double subtracting. But I'm actually okay with that, because then what that means is we'll never have more than half of all of my stuff working on the same building. Anyway, to finish out the botanical nursery, we need a lot more stuff. We need glass, we need planter boxes, we need soil extractors, we need fluid mining drills. Oh. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Buildings are ingredients. If only we could be on both channels at once. Oh man, that's so disappointing. That's so disappointing. I don't even know exactly what to do about it. That's why I've gone quiet. We could certainly set filters, but the problem with that is, I guess we could cross-reference. Hold on. I'm having ideas. This just keeps, you know, I knew this would happen. It keeps getting more complicated. Because now the problem is I want to be able to provide these to the construction bot network, right? That's kind of the whole point of making all these buildings, was so that I can use construction bots to build stuff. But now they're not available to the internal, you know, channel 1 network here to build, or to be logistics items to craft the buildings. I could do a couple things. One thing I could do is just have a system that pulls a couple out to be available as logistics, and the rest are fine. The system I'm currently considering is going to cross-reference signals that match from the need that we have and the stuff we have in here. So we could do some sort of set filter inserter, and then we set it to a filter of can I do this with an arithmetic? I basically want to have, like, if it's a signal that's on red and green, pass it through. This like might be possible. I don't know if it is. Wait, what? I did not want red for that. I want green. Okay, it does work. I was hopeful that it would. So yeah, someone was saying in the YouTube comments, these are basically binary operations. So if it shows 8 here, that's 1 0 0 0, right? And that gets bitwise ANDed with all the signals from here. So if, you know, 13 fluid mining drills contains the same bit as 8, and those 2 bits therefore are both 1s, so that bit gets passed through. I think that's how it works anyway. So this is what we want. So then these are the things I need to pull out to be sent into... This will be so much easier when we have logistics warehouses, because I won't need a bunch of them. But the idea should be to set filters on these inserters. And then if those things are available, then they're good to go. And then those immediately get put into another bank of providers that are back on channel 1. Oh my god. What a mess have we gotten ourselves into? Have we not gotten ourselves into a glorious mess or what? But actually, I think this works. And I added in 30 soil extractors. I'm gonna hit the reset button, just because we don't want a bunch of botanical nurseries yet. We can't even make them yet. Because we're gonna need glass, which should be another thing that this one requests. Glass. I'm not mass producing glass yet, by the way. And I need to be done with this episode, by the way. But, God, we're just having so much fun. So much fun. I know that sounds sarcastic, but it's actually not. I'm actually really enjoying this process. Okay, so now we're making a bunch of these, which we do have the ingredients for, which is good. And as far as I can tell, this is going to properly pull out the things that we need from the Channel 0 network. What a weird way to do it, but I don't have a better way. The only other way, like I said, that I can think of is that we just pull out a few of each thing that just sit and are buffered and available. And then when we need more, those get pulled out, and then it keeps making the new ones that we need. And like at the end of the day, that would also work. So that might be a better solution, is I just have a list of the buildings that are ingredients, and those get pulled out and buffered. And I just say how many of each that I want. But this is kind of an elegant system, weirdly, because it's cross-referencing the 2 lists, and this list does not have the logistics in it. It only has what's in these chests in it. So that should be a list that will never send filters of things we don't have. Like, we're not going to see planter boxes show up. So, I don't know. Might work. It's also kind of not working, though. Oh, is that just because I'm out of drills? No, I have 32 right there. Uh-oh. No! Oh, right, because that's how anding works. Oh, the bitwise is screwing me over. Okay, hold on. Right, I literally said how it worked, but then I didn't comprehend that if I have 16, if these are bits, imagine these spots here. Imagine these are bits, right? If I have this bit turned on for one and this bit turned on and I AND them together, it shows me nothing. That's not what we want. I guess I could do... I could multiply... No... I could multiply them together. Yeah, that actually works. Okay. It'll get me a few too many buildings once in a while, because if I only need one thing, it'll think I need, you know, 500 of the thing or whatever. But as long as I set these to like stack size 1 or whatever, you know, we might be okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we need to multiply. What I really want is... I don't even know if it exists. It's like... I only want signals that match, and I want the amount that gets passed through to be the lower of the two. And I don't know if that's actually possible with one of these symbols. I'm sure it's possible with a 2 combinator setup. Is it possible with a decider combinator? Let's look into this a little bit. I know I need to be done with the episode, but I'm just having so much fun. Each greater than 0 and each greater than 0. Output each, but only the input count on red. Does that do what we want? Oh, I think that does what we want. That's perfect. Oh, okay. Problem solved. I'm pretty sure. We won't know until it's finished crafting a few things. I'm gonna hit the reset button at my own peril. Or, well, at the bot's peril. The bots are the ones that suffer when I hit the reset button. So now... I'm pretty sure this is working, actually, exactly what we want to do. Because it has to exist on red greater than 0 and on green greater than 0, and then it outputs the input count on only red. God, I love these decider comments. I mean, none of this was possible in Factorio 1.1. Not to mention the bot mall idea. A bot mall in pyanodon's used to be me pasting an entire factory for every single one of these things. That's what it used to mean. Maybe with some logic attached, but like, that's what it was. And now we have this dynamic system that is so cool. Now, is it better? Maybe not. But I sure like it. I like it a lot. Hold on. Why do we have so many extras of these? I guess we don't. I just don't think we have enough bots, yeah, to pick everything up. No, we still have extras. I guess some of the extras are holdovers from before. We'll keep an eye on this. It's possible because of some tick-related stuff or some other things, it might end up putting too many items into the situation here. Because this is just cross-referencing what we have and what the request is. Don't we need to subtract? Oh no. Don't we need to subtract what's in these from the request? Because otherwise, every time we request one, even if these can fulfill it, it'll still insert more. I just can't catch a break, can I? Everything just keeps going. See, I thought automatic wires would make that work. It's possible that it didn't just because it was too far. But yeah, I think I now need a arithmetic combinator to subtract. These are not hooked up to anything. What nonsense? Each times -1 output each, and that then gets added into. Well, no, it can't get added into the green wire on this, because the green wire is doing other things too. Or can it? Oh god. I need a blue wire again. Can it just get added into red? No. Wait, maybe. Actually, yes. I think it can. Yes, yes. Actually, no, that's perfect. We add that into red, and now, because we have those things, they're not going to be greater than... No, that's perfect, actually. Okay. Everything's fine. Alright, everything's fine. So those are the things that we don't need to request because they're already provided on channel 1. And when I say request, I mean shift over into network 1. All right, well, I think we're gonna call it an episode there. I'm very happy with all of this. We even did a little bit of factory building, you know, so that was nice. We didn't just work on the bot mall in this episode. So with that, I think we will call it an episode. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.